player makes the leap from high school or college to getting paid for playing, that's the day they become a professional baseball player. There are many levels of professional baseball, but the pinnacle, where every player wants to be, is Major League Baseball, the big leagues.
You never know when it's going to happen for you, and I think that's what keeps guys holding on.
The lowest paid players here make nearly $500,000 a year. The highest, $33 million.
I got 6 roommates right now. We got 3 guys living on the couch. You know, we're making $2,000 a month. You know, that's pre-tax.
At the low end are the independent league teams, usually playing in small towns around the country. For teams like the Chico Outlaws, filled with former major leaguers and major league hopefuls, the yearly payroll for the entire team is 1/3 of what the lowest paid player makes in the majors.
We really are basically getting a stipend for the opportunity to maybe one day make a very good living. You know, how much do you want to chase the dream?
The minors are composed of fall and rookie leagues, low A and high A, double A, and the top level before reaching the majors, triple A. One day a player is struggling in the minors, the next, they're walking through the tunnel in the major leagues. Some will make it this season, some never will. Consistency and avoiding injury could make all the difference.
You're in the minority if you don't have some kind of scar on you. When I was good, I was really cocky, I was kind of arrogant on the mound, and I'm trying to get that back.
The high A Stockton Ports and the triple A Sacramento River Cats are made up of the best young players for the Oakland Athletics organization. And on any given bus trip, players can look over one shoulder and see someone who will never make it, and over the other, they'll see a future millionaire.
Everyone's like, oh, you play baseball for a living, which is definitely great.
We got 3 guys living on the couch. We have a 3-bedroom. I'm lucky enough to have one of the bedrooms and one of the originals.
Beginning of March, I go traveling all over the place on a coach bus, maybe an apartment with no furniture, because you got to pay for whatever furniture you get.
The biggest thing is probably how much we don't make. And one of my favorite stories to tell, we were in high A one time, and it's August, 28, 29. The season's 2 days away from being over. I was in Florida at the time in the Florida State League. It's 100 degrees. I mean, and it is sweltering. And a guy on our team, hits a ground ball to second base. And it's, we're 140 games in the season, going 80% down the line. There's 8 people in the stands, and some guy stands up behind our dugout, is just wearing him out, screaming at him, telling him he needs to hustle. And he's just like, I'd run it out for 80 grand a year. And I looked at him and I was like, 80 grand? I was like, you don't know how much I make, big guy? And he was like, how much? I was like, at the time I was making $1,000 a month. He was like, oh.
It's one of the rude awakenings that comes with life in the minors.
Good hustle right there.
You're that close to becoming a big leaguer, making big league pay, and your first bed away from your parents' house is a piece of foam or an old leather couch donated by your teammate's grandma.
When I started, it was $850 a month. I mean, not a lot of money.
For guys like me and some of the other guys that I'm living with right now, we're 3 or 4 years into our career. We don't have any big league time, so Uncle Sam gets his cut. You're talking about walking away with a grand, $1,200 a month.
Just like in the apartments, on game day, you'll often see players piling into a car together. There's a reason for that too.
We've already had several guys, they have their car shipped up here. They find out 5 days later, oh, we're making a change. And they don't pay for anything. So when you ship your car up here for $1,000 and they send you back down, you got to ship your car back down for $1,000. And then 2 weeks later they call you back up, you got to ship your car back up here or go without.
Andrew Kerrigan saves money by living with a host mom, which is pretty much the equivalent of moving in with a super fan. As he sees it, it's better than the alternative.
You want to get an apartment? Okay, that's fine. So 2 weeks into the season, guy ahead of you gets hurt, okay, tomorrow you're going to be on a flight, you're going to go to Texas. You got the lighting bill and the heating bill in your name in California, so you got to leave, and you hope that whoever moves up there can take your spot in that apartment. And all year you're pretty much going to have that lighting bill and heating bill in your name. There's just not much stability whatsoever.